The Forgotten Bloom. In the quiet mountain village of Hanamura, nestled deep in the misty forests of Japan, lived a girl named Kaori. She was born with a strange gift. Wherever she walked barefoot, cherry blossoms would bloom, even in the dead of winter. The villagers saw this as a blessing, but Kaori saw it as a curse. Her footsteps marked her as different, and people kept their distance. One day, a traveling swordsman named Akihiro arrived in Hanamura. Wounded and weary, he collapsed at the edge of the village. Kaori found him and took him in, nursing him back to health with her quiet kindness. Slowly, a bond grew between them, one built not on words but on shared silence and unspoken pain. Akihiro carried a secret. He was searching for the blooming shrine, a place said to grant one true wish. But no one had found it in 100 years. When Kaori heard the legend, something stirred in her heart. She had seen the shrine in her dreams every night since she was a child. The cherry blossoms she left behind, they were guiding her. They set off together. The journey was perilous. Dark spirits haunted the woods, testing Kaori's heart with illusions and Akihiro's blade with shadows. At every step, Kaori's blossoms kept them safe, repelling the darkness with beauty and light. But the closer they got to the shrine, the more Kaori's feet began to wither. Her life force was being drawn into the blossoms, one petal at a time. At last, they reached the shrine, a hidden grove where the trees never lost their flowers. Kaori collapsed, her body fading into mist. With his last strength, Akihiro lifted her into the center of the shrine. "Please," he whispered to the wind, "let her live." The shrine glowed, time paused. When Akihiro opened his eyes, Kaori stood before him, whole, smiling, but with no memory of their journey. She had been reborn by her own wish. The shrine had granted not Akihiro's plea, but Kaori's heart's truest desire, to live a normal life, free from the burden of her gift. Akihiro smiled, bowed silently, and walked away into the forest. Years passed. Every spring, cherry blossoms bloomed a little earlier in Hanamura, just around one house. And in her dreams, Kaori would sometimes see a quiet swordsman watching over her from the mist. Moral of the story: true love doesn't always need to be remembered to be real. Sometimes, the greatest act of love is letting someone forget, just so they can be free.